What is up, everybody? In this video, I just wanted to talk about which Dragon Ball character has the most potential out of these three, which are the big three popular ones that everyone thinks when it comes to mind with potential and main Dragon Ball characters, and that is Gohan, Frieza, and Broly, specifically DBS Broly. And first, we're going to go over Gohan. Now, Gohan's potential, we always knew it was really high. I mean, even from early Dragon Ball Z, when he headbutted Raditz, this child never even fought before. He is literally like 5 or 4, however old he is. His potential was we already knew from the jump. Gohan's potential was ridiculous. Now, seeing how he develops over all of Dragon Ball Z, it's not like he can just get a new form whenever he wants. At least early Dragon Ball Z, he does have to work to even get Super Saiyan, and the same thing with Super Saiyan 2. Now, obviously Gohan has more potential than Goku and Vegeta for sure. They've said that multiple times. That's not new. And seeing how strong Beast Gohan is ridiculous. I mean, the feats Beast Gohan has right now, I mean, he destroyed Cell Max. Wasn't even a challenge for him. He's fighting DBS Broly even in his Super Saiyan form. He's taking shots from MUI Goku, you know, even while he is just going crazy on him. His feats are already ridiculous, and I don't know for sure. I don't know if it was stated before that Gohan is the strongest. He's the strongest one right now, but we're not just talking about strength, we're talking about potential, and that's just the difference here with how strong Gohan can get. Now, initially, I wouldn't say Gohan's potential was like, it was ridiculous, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this child is destroying everybody within like a couple months. Like Frieza, which we'll get to later. Now, initially, I think Gohan's potential is more of like a, kind of like a peak almost, or like it caps out and then slowly goes up, and then after that it just shoots up, because at first Gohan was always strong. He was always ridiculously strong, but it was never like a big jump at first, you know, compared to everybody else. Comparatively speaking, it was always a big jump, but compared to Frieza and Broly, I don't know if it was as big as that, you know, because within the span of a couple months, look at Frieza and look at Broly after a fight. I mean, the jumps initially are different, but after the jumps, after all three of these people start training and start actually taking in different forms, all of that good stuff, I think that's when Gohan's potential shines more, because nowadays, this guy Gohan is training. Yeah, he's training. I'll give him that. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, Gohan doesn't train. He's weak, or he's lazy. I'm not going to say it's not an ass pull sometimes with Gohan. I'm not going to go that far, because sometimes I do think it's like, bruh, for real. But Gohan does kind of get like stupid strong. I mean, at a point in Dragon Ball Z, he was stronger than Goku. You know, he was stronger than Goku in the Cell Saga. After the Cell Saga, he was stronger than him in the Buu Saga. He was stronger than him multiple times. And I'm not saying that he doesn't constantly train, but like he does kind of like, at least after his first initial training from the Saiyan Saga all the way to the Namek Saga, he was kind of like slowly climbing. He was still, you know, progressing at a tremendous rate, but it was more slow compared to how he is now, where this guy stops training and then he stops, and now he's over here tangoing with Super Saiyan Blue. Now, you could just say, well, that's just because the writers want him to do that. Yeah, you can say that about any character, really, man. I mean, come on now. I'm not going to take into consideration plot and just writing in general, because then that's a whole different debate. But Beast Gohan's feats are definitely crazy. I mean, kicked into the air and being hit down by MUI in the water, or recovered midair after MUI Goku kicked him away, and shoved out of the air and took a punch from Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and his fight with Broly. How much impact and how much it was really making. Even Beerus was like, oh bro, well, what a fool, bro. Like, that whole Beast Gohan definitely shows how strong Gohan can get. just like that within an instant almost. I'm not gonna say he didn't train to get that form, but like it was kind of like out of nowhere, bruh. And after Gohan is Frieza. Now, Frieza, obviously he was born with a power. He's a mutant. He's not like the rest of his race. I'm pretty sure him and King Cold and even Cooler are like a little different. You know, they were born with the power, and most of Frieza's forms are to suppress his power. He made these forms to control it better because something about him not being able to control his power, something like that. Never trained a day in his life. His initial progress, dude trained for 3 months and is now on par with gods. He is stronger than just Super Saiyan God. He's on par with Super Saiyan Blue, which is insanity. That is insanity. That is, within 3 months, he goes from not even Super Saiyan Goku level, from the Namek saga, to on par with Super Saiyan Blue Goku. 3 months. That is ridiculous. Now, I think unlike Gohan, where Frieza is like, it's not a peak, but like it does skyrocket as soon as he starts training. It skyrockets. It's ridiculous how strong this guy really gets within that short of amount of time. But I think it does stagger a bit because he did get stronger when he perfected Golden Form for a little bit. He did get a little stronger. It wasn't massive like Gohan, but it was a little stronger. You know, it wasn't a jump from like, oh, he Saiyan Saga then to Cell Saga. He's Super Saiyan 2 already, and then he's Ultimate Gohan now, where he's way stronger. Now he's Beast Gohan. Now it's not like a progressive, wow, he is way stronger in that short amount of time at least. He still does make big jumps like Black Frieza, but Black Frieza's strength and how he got that or whatever was from like 10 years of training in a hyperbolic time chamber thing or whatever that was outside of time or whatever bull reason they came up with. It took him 10 years to be stronger than Ultra Ego Vegeta and MUI. Now, I'm not gonna downplay it and say it's not that much stronger. He one punched both of them. I mean that truly shows how much stronger he is than them already. But that was 10 years of training. And you could make the argument, well, Goku and Vegeta had to train for 10 years too. I mean, he was just catching up because at the time he was dead. Sure, whatever, that may be the case, but like that, we already know he had more potential than Goku and Vegeta. We already knew that. The difference is, like, it took him way longer to get to that level than it did for him to get to Golden. That initial training. Frieza's feats definitely are crazy. We saw what he did when that dude gave him the Hakai or whatever. He just kind of said, nah, I don't think that's going to work on me. Or getting destroyed by the legendary Super Saiyan Broly for an hour. That is insanity. How are you still alive? And the fact that the guy can be alive if he's in pieces, ridiculous. Or in half. He may not be able to regenerate, but he is somehow living while he is in parts. That's ridiculous. I think his durability is, out of all three of these people, I'd say Frieza probably has the most durability. There's no... An hour, bruh? Come on now, an hour? After Frieza is DBS Broly. Now, Broly, when he first... I think he wasn't even on par with Final Form Frieza. I could be wrong, but he was like not very, very strong in his base form. You know, at least when he was contained at first. You know, because I remember Paragus was even shocked when Vegeta went Super Saiyan, and he was like, the legendary Super Saiyan, that's a legend. And then Frieza was like, oh, what the legend? We've already been past that already. Like, that whole thing shocked Paragus, and I'm pretty sure Broly wasn't as strong as him at that time, at least. But in terms of how fast Broly grows, it's ridiculous. Now, you could make the argument that Frieza probably has a more better training potential, but Broly grows the fastest in terms of just straight growth, which is a little different than I would say, because Broly's been training for a hot minute now, and it's just not as fast as how he grew, at least when he got pissed off and angry. Now, Broly literally he grew so fast with that initial getting angry or whatever and letting the true freak out. He grew from not even like Super Saiyan 2 level. I'm fairly sure he wasn't that strong. I could be wrong. You guys let me know down in the comments below how much he really did grow from his base form in the movie to competing with Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. He might not have been on par with him because he was kind of getting waxed a little bit, not gonna lie. He was getting pieced up. But he still was, like, you know, kind of trying. Like, I wouldn't say Full Power Frieza is as strong as Super Saiyan Namek Goku, but they're around the same level, which is what I'd say for Legendary Super Saiyan Broly and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta at the time. Now, we do see Broly in his Super Saiyan state fighting Beast Gohan. Pretty sure Broly's getting bodied in this fight from what I remember. I mean, he was getting kicked through that giant tree at Beerus' planet. He wasn't really on par with him, I'd say. But he still was, like, kind of, you know, he was kind of in there a little bit. But at least in terms of growth and potential, Broly does have a lot. Now, with training, you could make the argument, well, Broly's not really... He's training to keep his anger and everything under control. He's trying to more suppress it and control it better than just letting it all out and him going crazy. And maybe if he kept going crazy, he'd just keep getting stronger and stronger, like the freaking Hulk or something. You can make the argument there. I'm not going to go that far, though. If I were to rank all three of them right now in terms of who has the most potential, I would say Gohan overall has the most potential. And then it would probably go Broly and then Frieza. I know what you're thinking. I think Frieza has the most insane initial training and how fast he grew within that time. But Broly, I feel like, just blows that out of the water a little bit with how fast he grew. When it comes to training, Frieza. But when it comes to growth, probably Broly. And Gohan's potential, I'd say, is probably the most. But you guys let me know down in the comments below. Did I maybe miss a character that has probably more potential than all three of these? I hear some arguments about Android 17. And apparently he's on Super Saiyan Blue level after fighting poachers. I don't know what the fuck they were doing and thinking about that one, not gonna lie. That's definitely goofy, but you guys let me know in the comments below who out of these three has the most potential, or if you have another character. That's gonna be for this video, guys. Hope you'll enjoy this one. Peace.
It's you and I. I don't want to think, but I don't know what to say. I'm on a higher plane, but no, I still want you back. See it once again, shout it, you know how it is. Got me on my shit, shout it, will you be my miss? When I am without you, know it hurts. Damn, wanna see you grow, I hope you learn. Yeah, tryna be the bigger man, baby girl.